Okay, this is experiment 1006, the prototype, and this is only his leg, yeah, his leg, but out of Lego. In this video you will see how I made his leg and how I plan to make his entire body across multiple videos and more. See, in game he's absolutely terrifying and somehow perfect at the same time. His design is deeply disturbing, it almost made me pee my pants. We've been waiting years to finally see the prototype's full design. I personally discovered Poppy Playtime 2 years ago, and ever since then I wanted to build him out of Lego. And what can I say is, trust me, this thing is gonna be gigantic. So without further ado, let's jump into it. At first, using only 2 screenshots, I tried building a rough version of the prototype, and honestly, it looked terrible. It was way too thin, the proportion were off, and overall, it just didn't look right. But to be fair, that was months ago, and I only had 2 reference images to work with. Now that I have access to the full 3D model, I can finally do it properly. Let's start with this section. I picked a piece that felt like the best match for that sharp, spiky thing. My first attempt? Yeah, not great. But here's the thing, building the perfect shape on the first attempt is nearly impossible. Failing, adjusting and improving is part of the process, and honestly, it makes the final result even better. After a few tweaks, I came up with a version that works pretty well for now. Moving on, this next section took quite some time. For this part, I actually constructed it upside down to achieve a proper curve with that piece. Don't focus on the color. Right now, the structure and overall shape are what matter most. It works for now, but I might adjust a few details later. This section was even more challenging than the previous one. I needed to recreate that curved form without making it flexible. I didn't want it to move like it was connected with a joint piece. Then I found the perfect piece. The angle matched beautifully and it connected smoothly with the other joints. I also added this piece to make the gear-like thing. I also made the muscles detail and I'm really happy with how it turns out. However, I noticed that the earlier section was extremely fragile, so I reinforced the spike area and now it looks cleaner and feels way sturdier. I also redesigned another segment by changing out a few pieces and reinforcing the internal structure to keep everything stable. Now this next build was by far the most time consuming. The shape is complex and it's absolutely needed to be solid.
2 days later.
It's not quite as curved as the 3D model, but it's strong, stable, and I love how the muscles integration turned out. I even added the red gas tank in the back along with some cables to boost the industrial vibe. For the final section of the stage, I kept things relatively simple. No advanced techniques, just layer the plates stacked together, surrounded by circular components and massive muscles elements to complete the look. And now let me introduce you the product. Yeah, well, sort of, because this thing is huge. When I analyzed the 3D model more closely, I realized this build is going to be absolutely gigantic. Originally, I planned to make it minifigure scale, but yeah, that's definitely not happening anymore. I plan to build a display to highlight the prototype in a setting accurate of the game of this scale. Yeah, it's massive. So now I have to make an order of brick to get all the pieces I'll need to complete this mug properly. At least his 6 gigantic legs. This is how height he will be, and also his head alone will be about this big. Yeah, it's massive. So make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss the progress on this insane project. And that's it for today. See you on the next one. Goodbye.